Hello again, welcome back for another Upgrade Your OET by Bose learning session. This lesson is all about OET reading part B, and in particular, looking for updates in the information you're reading about. For those of you who don't know me, welcome. It's lovely to see you here. My name is Sona, and I'm a premium preparation provider of the OET. So as I say, this lesson is focusing on reading part B, and that covers emails, manuals, guidelines, that kind of thing. And quite often you'll be searching for ideas connected to changes or updates. So something new has happened and they have written to you via email, or you're reading some updated guidelines to tell you about these changes. You might be reading a manual to check out how to do something, maybe the procedure has changed, or maybe it's a reminder, don't forget to do this because you need to update your proficiency level, for example. Because I think it's a really good idea for you to be practicing as much English as you can, and for you to be not just doing your OET test papers, but to actually build your skills, I'm going to be showing you how you can use emails, news articles, anything that you can really from your everyday working lives to help build your skills. You don't need to just do test paper after test paper. It is not a bad idea to practice under test conditions, but it's so much more important that you're building your skills, and I'm going to show you how you can do this, and also we'll do a little bit of vocabulary practice as well. So one of the great places that you can look at to help build your skills is the government website from the UK government, and that's just gov.uk. If you navigate to the health and social care section, you'll see on the side here we've got guidance and regulation. So there's a lot of really kind of, for me, quite boring things on there, but you know, it's a good idea to have a look through that. But there's also news and communications, and that's what's going to tell you any updates. And again, that's quite similar to the OET. Because remember, in the OET, they're going to be testing you on your everyday skills that you need at work. And quite often, you get emailed about some kind of update. So have a look on the gov.uk website. In this section here, we're going to be looking at 3 OET style questions. And again, it's mainly to help you build your OET test taking skills. The first one is an extract from an email. So let's have a read of the information. We've got the Chief Medical Officers of the UK and the lead Deputy Chief Medical Officers for vaccines have considered whether, in the light of the very considerable need to speed up vaccination and boosting in response to the Omicron variant, the 15-minute wait for some mRNA COVID-19 vaccines should be suspended. So this is the information from the email. What's it about? Well, it's this idea that the officials, the people in charge, the chief medical officers and their deputies have been thinking about whether we need to suspend that 15-minute wait. There's a very considerable need to do this because we need to get as many people vaccinated and boosted as possible because of the dangers of Omicron. So that's the background to what this email is about. Now, my question for you is, what has been decided? This is the background. What has been decided? Have a look and pick out the best option, please. Okay, so you don't need to read all of it, you just need to be skimming and scanning for that decision. So, Read it quickly for gist, just skim it quickly for gist, but then scan for the 15-minute wait. 15 minutes, that's easy to see. 15-minute wait. The 15-minute wait, we're looking for the decision, should therefore be suspended. So that's the key here. So I don't need to read all of this. This is just the planners, their names. Of the actual decision is that it's been suspended. So cancelling the 15-minute wait will be harmful. Well, actually, they're saying that there are such low rates of anaphylaxis that cancelling the 15-minute wait will not be harmful. The 15-minute wait is to be cancelled to allow more people to be vaccinated, should be suspended, okay. It will significantly reduce the number of people if they have to wait, so it's better to get rid of the wait and let them be vaccinated, or it will be cancelled for those receiving a booster shot but not those receiving the first or second doses. Well, actually, it's for everyone. It will be suspended for first, second, and booster shots. So the idea here is that the decision has been to cancel that 15-minute wait. They've decided it's no longer necessary to do that because waiting for 15 minutes reduces the number of people that can become vaccinated. So there's a lot of information. Just scan for what you need, which was the decision here, and then you look through it. Okay, next one for you then, the email to the district nurses. With cold weather becoming established across all regions of England this week, the UK Health Security Agency is encouraging people to stay warm and look out for those most at risk from the effects of cold weather. So again, this is the background. It's an email to district nurses who go into people's houses, most often the vulnerable. So it's something about cold weather. The Met Office, that's the weather office in the UK, is warning that each of the 9 regions of England will experience cold weather from midnight on Tuesday 4th of Jan to midday on Thursday 6th of Jan. And the question is, what should you remind your patients? So this is the information, it's a cold weather warning. And what do they want the district nurses to remind their patients? So skim quickly for the general gist, but you're looking for particular information, you're looking for what you should remind them. So scan for that. Here we go. Okay, so lots of information again. We've got somebody's name, where he's from, what cold weather does. We're not interested in what it does. We're looking for this reminder. It's important to check on those, okay? But we want this reminder. So scan down for this reminder and then read more carefully. Remind them to heat their home to at least 18 degrees and to keep up to date with the forecast. So what should you remind your patients? What should the district nurses remind the patients? That they are at risk of getting seriously ill? Well, yes, it can have a serious impact on their health, but is that what you should be telling them? Perhaps, but the real reminder is about the heating, that they should check their neighbours and family. Not really, you should check anyone who's vulnerable to make sure that their house is heated to at least 18 degrees. Yes, that's the option that we need here. Now you may be quite surprised because 18 degrees, I know for so many of you is cold. My friends in Italy think 18 degrees is cold, and I know in India they do as well. But actually 18 degrees in the UK inside your home is quite normal. That's what quite often we set our thermostats at, to 18 degrees, and that's nice and comfortable for us. Okay, last question coming up. This time it's an extract from a research paper into women's health. Okay, and this is all about information and education. The top 5 sources respondents rely on for their health information are. So we've got a survey and we've got some resources here. Who do they rely on? We've got all this information here and a little bit more information down here. So what does this extract explain? The extract explains that. Have a look through, try and answer in your own words, and then we'll look at the options. Okay, so are we looking for specific information or gist here? What do you think? Well, okay, so it's a gist question. You're trying to get the whole information. You've got to read everything this time, not just skim or scan. There were no notable differences. Well, actually, there were. The results varied by age and ethnicity. Most people perform Google searches. Well, do most people do that? No, 71% of people do that. And we don't know whether they actually do that rather than speak to a trained professional. They might do both. Consulting a healthcare professional was one out of many sources, yes. There were 5 different sources quoted, and talking to a GP or somebody else, it was just one of them. Most people spoke to their friends or family first and then Google, and then they looked at their search other blogs, and then they spoke to their GP. So it's just one out of many sources. Okay, a little bit of extra vocabulary then, just to look through. What does this mean? What does the highlighted phrase here mean? So in light of means because of a particular fact. So because we need to speed up the vaccination program, they have decided to suspend the 15-minute wait. In light of, in the light of, because of. And last one for you, notably, what does that mean? Most notably by age and ethnicity. It means especially. So, and we often use it for introducing an idea. So the results were especially different when we look at the categories of age and ethnicity. So have a look at sources like this, do a little bit of your own OET practice, skimming, scanning, trying to get the gist, and basically looking for those changes, looking for those updates. If you want to know more about our on-demand courses, then take a look at the information box below. I'll put in some discount codes for you. And if you've got time, why don't you watch one of our other videos right now? We've got a nice video here for you about the OET reading subtest part A. Why don't you check that out now? Thanks for watching. See you next time.